Why is it difficult to trust China? When two or more countries are in conflict on any issue, resolution is obtained by a negotiated agreement. Most of the bilateral agreements are protected by international bodies. What if one of the two parties disregards the agreements at a later time, to suit its own purpose? China is the country which has the largest violations of all nations, in the past century. Is it possible to trust China, when agreements are disrespected blatantly? Of course, it becomes very difficult to sign any agreement with China, either on border resolution, or trade, when you know such an agreement will be violated, at a time of China's choosing. That brings up the question, why is it so difficult to trust China? Well, the answer lies in China's history of absolute disregard for international laws, and disdain for any rule-based order. Let's start with UNCLOS, or United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. UNCLOS is an international agreement, accepted all over the world, on the ocean and sea boundaries of a country. According to UNCLOS, the maritime boundaries are defined as territorial sea, which is 12 nautical miles from the shore; contiguous sea, which is 24 nautical miles from the shore; exclusive economic zone, which is 200 nautical miles from the shore. Everything from 200 nautical miles onwards is called high seas, which countries need to share, and they become international waters. Without such established norms, it is impossible to maintain safe passage of ships and boats, of all nations. Among the major nations, China is the only one that ignores UNCLOS completely, in South China Sea, and comes up with its own arbitrary line, called the 9-dash line, which gives control for China for much larger distance, beyond the 200 nautical miles boundary, which is agreed upon by every other responsible nation in the world. When one such case was brought up by Philippines, against China, with regard to Scarborough Shoals Island, the international body clearly gave a verdict in favor of Philippines. China however dismissed the international ruling, since it didn't suit its purpose. China also built artificial islands, in international waters, and later militarized them, a clear violation of international law, as well as a bilateral guarantee given to the United States, not to do so. In the land conflicts, China constantly violates agreements signed with its neighbors. For example, when China unilaterally engaged in an unexpected armed conflict with India, in June 2020, it violated several agreements signed with India, including the 1993 agreement, Article 1 and 3 of the 1996 agreements, Article 1 of the 2005 agreement, Article 8 of the 2013 agreement, as well as Article 2-4 of the UN Charter. Similar violations have occurred with Vietnam, Myanmar, Nepal, and other countries. China has been cracking down on its minority Muslim population, Uyghurs, in a province called Xinjiang. It's well known and documented, China has put Uyghurs in concentration camps, have bulldozed their mosques, and burnt their holy books, and prevented the Uyghurs from practicing Islam. In the process, China has violated many international laws, including the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, ICESCR, the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel Treatment, CAT, the International Convention on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, ICERD, apart from violating the Chinese constitution itself. In the field of commerce, China has also violated almost all copyright laws, intellectual property rights laws, patent laws, and even the Phase 1 of the trade agreement, signed in January 2020, with the United States of America. It can be seen China has absolutely no problems in arbitrarily violating any agreement, bilateral or international, leading to a question, what's the point of signing any agreement with China? If no agreements can be signed, how to resolve any conflict with China? That's the impossible puzzle, when dealing with China, and hence it becomes impossible to trust China. Thanks for watching.